Check it out. Junior Mafia.
I like this.
Yeah. Now, folks.
Staying on track is something a lot of people, including myself at some point in my life, have struggled with. It's something we struggle with to a point where we end up wasting significant amounts of time. And let's say about a month, two, sometimes even a whole year later, you reflect and you go, I wasted a lot of fucking time. Anyway, what I'm here to do is very simple. I'm here to tell you how to stay on track and how to, let's just say, not waste any more time anymore. And the answer is actually very, very simple. And that is to become a person who is regimented to the second. I'm going to take you back to about 2021. This is just, it is 2021. This is around the time when I first got introduced to the whole self-improvement space. This is around the time when I first got introduced to going to the gym. Granted that I was already going to the gym. No, I wasn't. Granted that I was already exercising about 8 months before initially going to the gym for the first time. It was still around that time that I got introduced to the whole ecosystem of, oh wait, there's other people out there on this thing called self-improvement. For the 8-month period, I had no idea it existed. I was just doing it for the sake of it. There were other personal reasons for doing it, which I might explain at some point down the line, but it's not about that. In any case, around the time when I started going to the gym, I became extremely regimented. And I still remember to this day how my day used to get planned and progressed through. I used to have these sticky notes, right? You know those post-it notes, you just write a note, you take it out, you stick it somewhere. I had 3 different colors of them. Colors have nothing to do with it. It's just there. Okay, three lots of them. And I used to take one of them. It used to be next to my desktop. So I've got a screen here, a screen there, keyboard, mouse, and that post-it note. I used to, every night, I used to write, this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. So wake up 4 a.m. So wake up, it was like a to-do list, right? But it was a regiment, technically. And it went as follows. Wake up, 4 a.m. I had to. And the second I woke up, I had to scratch that off. Mentally, what it did was start a momentum that I didn't realize at the time. And I was like, okay, yeah, I've done this. Oh, what's next? So that carried on for about, let's just say a whole year or two. And it was wake up, go to the gym, go college, do homework if they had any, do assignments, projects, this and that. And go gym, I think I mentioned already before college, but yeah. Once I went through the entire day's worth of, let's just say, working in that time, then I had nothing to do. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to go, let's figure out how to make money at that point. I was still about 17, I believe. So instead of figuring out how to make money, granted that I was actually in the crypto space at that time as well, I was freshly introduced to that just after 2022, I believe, something along that, time span. But I'm not here to talk about crypto right now, especially not now. I've already done a live stream on it literally last night. But figuring out a way to make money would have been extremely beneficial because I think I would have been significantly closer to where I want to be right now if I was to consider it at that time. But at that time, I was like, okay, now I've got loads of free time. What do I do? In my free time, I added another, let's just say, regiment, and that was to eat food, which was again part of my regimen. I had to eat food at this time. And slightly before that, I used to do this every single day. Everyone who knew me personally knew this as my daily ritual, for example. Just as going to the gym, just like waking up, just like breathing, it became a daily habit that I just had. I couldn't go a day without doing it. And at that time, I used to play a lot of electric guitar. And at that time, I used to be a fanatic, right? I'm trying to figure out a word. I've got loads of words in my head right now. But I was absolutely bonkers over Metallica. And I used to play this one, I still remember it. I used to play this one live version of the concert. I think it was in Manchester, 2019. That was the year I used to specifically put on YouTube ad blockers, the whole concert, and I used to play along with the whole concert and sometimes even sing. After that, I used to, get online, I got nothing else to do. Let's play with my online friends. I used to play Valorant and then just waste the last few hours of my day and just go to sleep. And then that would repeat for the next year or two until I moved out for uni and whatnot. But you get the point now. My whole life up until that point, that the whole year, let's just say, was extremely focused on becoming and being regimented without even thinking of it. I was every single day without fail, I would wake up, cross that to-do list, wake up. Waking up was the to-do list. So I mentally just started a momentum shift. And it was incredible. And it's only up until now that I'm even reflecting as I speak that I've realized that I've stopped doing that, which is exactly why starting today, well, technically yesterday, but it's, I'm recording this at 3 a.m., which is my new recording time. Yes, it's part of the regiment now, which is why starting today, I'm going back to being extremely regimented, so much so that if I waste 1 fucking second, I'm going to be pissed at myself. 1 second. If it has nothing to do with my regiment, I won't do it. And you should have a regiment set out for you. Now, unfortunately, the unfortunate reality is that I can't give you a program or a framework to follow or a whole morning routine to follow simply because you are not me. There's going to be tens and thousands of YouTubers and Rumble people. I don't know where I'm posting this. I'm posting this on YouTube and Rumble for the time being, obviously, but I don't know where you're going to see this. There's going to be tens and thousands of content creators going, yeah, but you can wake up at this time, do this specific habit. Bro, it works for you. It may not work for me. It may not work for anyone watching this right now. Which is why I say, figure out, there's a couple of things you have to calculate, right? Figure out what your goal is. That's number one. Number two is figure out how long you sleep, because I start with that. I sleep 6 hours a day. That's all I need. Sometimes it's 5.5, varies from 5 to 6. I'm too busy now. But when I first started, it used to be around 8, and I worked my way down to 8, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 6. Figure out how long you sleep for, and then see how much free time you have left. That's 18 hours for me. I know where every single second of my 18 hours go. The last 10 or so minutes of recording this is part of those regimented hours, so I know exactly where they went. The next day when I wake up, I know exactly what I did the last day, and I know exactly what I'm going to do the day ahead. The lack of certainty comes from a lack of direction, and a lack of direction comes from you not being regimented. The best thing you can ever do is just, take a whole day if you have to, but make a regiment, make a schedule whereby you waste not 1 second. You want to have fun? I'm not gonna be against it. Go have fun. But you have to remember that there are people out there that are spending the same time as you working instead of having fun like you are. And those people are going to be on a whole different level in the next year compared to you, simply because they spent an extra hour or two working instead of playing PS5 or some other. I don't even play games. I don't even know the names of the games at this point. But if you're going to play games, if you're going to waste your time, if you're going to watch porn, if you're going to scroll on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, wherever the hell you scroll, Snapchat, if you're going to talk to people that waste your time, if you're going to make fucking random group chats and be active in there for like 10 whole minutes straight for no reason, which doesn't benefit you whatsoever, then you're going to lose. You're going to be significantly further behind than the people who just don't waste time. But that's pretty much it. I've done my part. I have to go. There's nothing else to say. Stay regimented, stay focused, and you're going to win. It's as simple as that.